Yo, we back. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it for the people. Verteezy. What we got going on tonight?
Well, man, we just sipping on that fine whiskey, man. Uncle Nearest, man. Enjoying this week, man. Like we said, we don't have no week of sports going on, but we do have a sports topic coming y'all way.
Juice Man.
What up? What up? What up?
All right, y'all. So, I was talking to C's, and we was having a long discussion of some of the best athletes we'd have seen in college. Then we narrowed the conversation down to just college football. So, these are the five best players that I've seen in college with my own two eyes. So the first player on my list had to be Reggie Bush. When he was at USC, he was, even to this day, he's one of the most electrifying running backs that I've seen in college. And when he was one of those guys that I thought was a can't miss, when he went to the league, I thought he was going to be a Hall of Famer, All Pro, all of that. Like Reggie Bush was doing things that was different. Like he was jumping over people, he was juking people. Like that was when we started playing the video games, and that juke move hit differently. And what made me think of this topic is listening to the Johnny Manziel interview, and Johnny Manziel talking about how they need to give Reggie Bush his Heisman back. And that is certainly true, because out of all the motherfuckers who won a Heisman since Reggie Bush has won a Heisman, you put his Heisman season up against all these other motherfuckers' Heisman season, he's probably the best Heisman season out of those players. Because one thing we forget, Reggie did everything he did statistically, and that was a high-power offense passing the ball, as well as Lendell White, who went in the first round. He was splitting carries with him. So it wasn't like at Alabama or some of these other schools, but they was feeding Reggie Bush. Nah, Reggie Bush was getting like 200 yards on like 10 carries in the game sometimes. Because every time he touched the ball, it seemed like he was going to the house. The next player is a player that I'm pretty sure is on your list, Rose. He's undeniable. He was a force. I think he won, 2 or 3 championships. I think he might have went back-to-back. Tim Tebow.
He's on my list.
Like, as a UGA fan, I hated every time we had to face the Gators while he was there. Because it was like, bruh, this man gonna throw the ball over the players on the defensive players' heads. He's gonna run over line. Like he was one of the first quarterbacks I saw just routinely run over linebackers. Like not around, just run over linebackers. And it's like, come on, bro, I can't tackle this man.
Yeah, he was a big ass white boy.
And every time it was 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, it was like, bruh, they just gonna run it with Tebow. Then they got in the red zone, and then they started that stupid Tebow jump pass where he faked it like he gonna run it in and then jump over. And I remember the first time I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck did I just witness? Now you see all these motherfuckers try to do that shit, even in the NFL. But Tebow was the originator of that, and like nobody did it better than him. So this is a player who had a decent college career, but like the reason why he made my list is because of his performance in the national championship. To this day, I think it's the greatest performance I've seen in the national championship, and it was against one of the players on my list already, Vince Young. Vince Young, that Rose Bowl when it was Texas against USC, like for those who did not see that game, you got to take yourself back to the 2000s when USC had like 15 first-round picks on it. And that doesn't include all the 2nd and 3rd round picks they had on their team. Like they was loaded, and Vince Young was going up against this powerhouse, and he just carried that team to victory. And it just seemed like no matter what the defense did, if he needed 13, he was going to get 14 yards. He needed 5, he was going to get 6. If he had to throw it to the receiver over the middle, he was going to do that. If he had to run, and Vince Young wasn't the fastest motherfucker, but it just seemed like when people was chasing him, he was just a little bit faster than them. And that one pitch that we all know to Vince Young, sticking the football out at the pylon to get the touchdown. Hey, that was historic. Now, this is the last one back on my list, and this is a guy who, unfortunately, because of injuries in the NFL, I feel like that's what derailed his NFL career. But if you saw him at Arkansas, he was that fucking nigga at running back. Dan McFadden. Like, Dan McFadden, when you talk about power, when you talk about speed, when you talk about size, every running back don't have all 3. Like some of these running backs, like Christian McCaffrey, his ability to be fast and stuff like that, and shifty, same thing as Saquon. Dan McFadden was doing that in college, but he had the power of a dead man, Derrick Henry. Like he could run around you, run through you, and he could catch the ball out the backfield if you asked him to. Like I'm pretty sure everybody who saw Derek McFadden play, you thought, oh man, he's gonna be the next great running back in the NFL. But like I said, unfortunately, he got drafted by the Raiders, had some knee injuries, and it just didn't turn out. And my last player, and me and Rose was talking before the pod, and I started to pick Cam Newton.
Okay, that's one on my list.
But that 1 year at Auburn, to me, could not trump what this man did, because he beat Alabama to win a national title, and Deshaun Watson, like he put up good numbers in the regular season, but his performance in the biggest games against the best teams, like Deshaun Watson, to me, like the first time he played Bama, he played amazing, and they barely lost. But in that second time, it just seemed like there was just something in him that said, we're not going to lose this game. And Deshaun, to me, was like the first dual threat quarterback that I saw in college that could actually throw the ball. Like some of these dual threat quarterbacks in college was throwing the ball to wide open receivers. So Deshaun was like needle, like throwing accurate passes to receivers that was barely open and stuff like that. And he wasn't like extremely fast like people like RG3 and Lamar Jackson, but his ability to run and make defenders miss, and he wasn't running over defenders, but he had the ability to shed tackles. Like there was a lot of times that when Bama would grab him, wrap him up, he would find ways to get out of the sack, hit a little spin move, see someone down the field, throw it. Deshaun Watson, I know we know the stuff he got going on now, but when he was at Clemson though, hey, he changed that program. That program changed it to a powerhouse. And that's why you don't hear shit from them niggas now. Rose.
Oh, juice man.
Shoot, man. I like Cam. I like Tebow. It's probably showing my age. Those two. A third one. Kind of running backs. Reggie White, I guess maybe. Let me see. Wide receivers. Lamar look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, I like Lamar in college. It's just like, it's so many. That's four. What's another one? That's another one I used to watch in college that I was like, yeah, he the dude. He gonna be nice when he get to the NFL. Let's see. Burrow. LSU.
Yeah, I think that was 5. Yep.
Yeah, that was 5. And the last one, Burrow, me and Rose actually debated about that one, and that we both was very like that's a great one. Burrow's a great pick.
Yeah, but he's on that Cam Newton track. It's 1 year wonder.
Well, he did in the NFL too. That's what I'm saying. Like,
we talking about in college. Yeah,
that's all you need.
But you only need one. But yeah, that's why he ain't make my list, or Cam didn't make my list. But and like Vertiz said, we was talking before the pod, and I said, well, a lot of people, we probably gonna have 3 of the same players on there.
We did.
Yeah.
Who was the 3?
Tim Tebow, Reggie Bush, and Vince Young.
Okay. I'm surprised you picked Vince Young. I'm not surprised at the first 2.
Yeah. Nah. So those 3, and then another guy that I watched, Ron Dane, and he was a load at Wisconsin, but he like, and plus he has like, I think the third most in D1 history. He got 6,397 yards, not including the bowl games. So watching him, Ron Dane, and then he went to my team, the Giants. The Giants drafted him. So and then the only player that's on my list that I seen in person play, and that was
AP.
Yeah, the original AP, Adrian Peterson for Georgia Southern. He leads the league. I mean, in D1 history, he has the most rushing yards ever. You know what I'm saying? 6,559 yards, not including playoff games. So the original AP, the AP before the AP that went to Oklahoma, you can look him up right now. It says the original AP. I thought we was the only ones that called him that. People from Georgia, but he's actually they call him the original AP. You know, so he got drafted by the Bears. He probably spent about 8-9 years with the Bears. He went to the Super Bowl. They lost to the Colts, but he's actually a coach down at Georgia Southern now. But yeah, but I actually saw him play in live action. But yeah, he was the he's the best college player I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? He's number one on my list. Even though he played at D1, you know what I'm saying, double A or whatever they call it back then. But if you go back and watch his highlight tapes, you know what I'm saying, he was the man. He was the man. He was like a Tim Tebow kind of player. You know what I'm saying? And he won two national championships. When they went 3 times in a row. They lost the third one in the national championship game. But yeah. And shout out to AP. You know what I'm saying? He had a stuttering problem. He had to go. I remember he used to always come to the drive-thru and witness. He had a green Bonneville on some rims back in the day. The Junior Bacon. Shout out to AP.
You can't sleep on that Junior Bacon, man. You know, Rose, man, just so for the listeners, can you name maybe one defensive player that you thought was amazing in college?
The ones that come to my mind is I can't remember his first name, but last name was Roll. He played for Miami Hurricanes, and I remember Antron Roll, and Ed Reed, and Devin Hester.
Yeah, man. When we talked about it, and I wanted to show the defensive players some love. You know, Sue at Nebraska, he was a handful. You know, Mantateo, I thought he was going to be a great linebacker in the NFL. He had a decent career. He played for a pretty decent time. You know, and another player was the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So before we move on, this is the last question I have with this topic because none of us picked a player from this school, and this is our school. So only one player, though, the best Georgia college football player you've ever seen. Juiceman.
The best Georgia player I ever seen. I may need some help, but I should have my phone out to Google this dude. Man, I can't say it.
I know.
I can't say the name, bro.
He almost made my list.
How dare you put me in this situation? Are we talking football or politics right now? For real.
I know who you think about. Go on, say his name for the listeners.
You say his name for the listeners.
He think about Herschel Walker.
There you go.
He had a great college career in Georgia. That's undeniable. Now the politics, that's a whole other discussion.
But we didn't watch him play. He played in the 70s.
I thought he played in the 80s.
Or early 80s.
Yeah, early 80s.
Yeah, like 81, 82, 83, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't watch him play, but yeah, the guy on my list, the greatest Georgia Bulldog to ever play the game.
Don't you do it, nigga.
Stinson Bennett.
Who the fuck is this?
Stinson Bennett.
The car salesman.
The greatest player, the greatest Georgia player to ever play the game.
Back-to-back national champion.
Back-to-back national championship. Stinson Bennett.
The quarterback that led us to back-to-back national champion.
I don't know who that is. So that means I probably wasn't watching it this time. Like, I don't know who the fuck is that.
Hey, I'm going to go with this player right here, Noshawn Marino. When I saw him play, I thought he was going to be a can't miss running back in the league. He was talented. He was doing things I didn't see other running backs doing. So, yeah.
Go Dogs.
Hey, go Georgia Bulldogs. So, moving on to TNT.
Dynamite.
So, this first TNT, imagine y'all booking an Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
And imagine you trying to get your swerve on and something goes wrong and the Airbnb host decides to blackmail you with pictures and videos of you bringing a woman into the Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what happened.
Okay.
This man went to Airbnb. This woman kept having him do all this extra stuff saying, hey, you got to make sure.
Move the trash can. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't park on this side of the road. You got to park.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Did y'all steal one of my glasses? I found a piece of glass on underneath the bed.
Sounds familiar.
So then she also had a rule where every guest you brought and was considered a guest. Now most Airbnbs, a guest is on the expense of night. She had it set up where no, if they come over, that's considered a guest,
Okay.
and you got to pay an extra $150.
Ooh,
So
terrible.
she looked at the footage, saw this man brought a woman over for a while, and he didn't want to pay the extra $150 because he had already paid all these extra fees and did all this extra stuff. So then she then sent a blackmail saying, "Hey, I'm gonna send this to your wife if you don't pay me my money."
Send it.
She then sent it to the wife, where she claims she didn't, but the wife found out about it, and now he's suing her. Juice, man, tears or no tears for this situation.
They white, ain't they?
I think they was white.
The owner?
No, dude trained being blackmailed.
Nah, they was black. He was a black man. Yeah.
He was fucking with a white girl.
Nah, the girl he brought over was black too.
Okay.
Don't know about the Airbnb owner.
You know what? It sounds like this brother's not from Memphis. That's what it sounds like to me.
You should have had this shit on lock.
Yeah, you gotta be on point, bro. Bro, you know they got cameras. You know, man, you gotta be prepared for type of shit like that. Man, fuck it, run it. I don't give a damn. Black man, me how? Like, you gonna tell my wife, okay? Like, you sometimes you gotta accept the consequences. You gotta accept the consequences. Fuck it, yeah. If she get, bro, accept the consequences, man. That's shit. Okay.
Yeah, man, I got tears because me and C's always debate about Airbnbs versus hotels. And to me, for the most part, I prefer Airbnbs over hotels. But there's been a lot of situations the last 2-3 years with these hosts, they get out of pocket, bro.
Real talk.
They charging all these extra fees and shit. They want you to do all this extra shit when you stay there.
All right.
Like, bro, you already got, like, you making me park in weird places. Like, you telling me I can't be doing this and doing that. Like, you know, if you live in a city of like Miami, Vegas, Houston, Atlanta, you got an Airbnb. Stop saying no parties.
It's a party city.
You know what the fuck we came. What Marshall? You know why I'm here.
Yeah.
Like you know, like you can see where I'm from. You see what city I'm from. You see how to travel many miles to get to your city. So you already know. Oh, they probably finna party.
The fuck up.
So like, stop doing shit like that. Like, people trying to stay somewhere nice and be hospitable, but y'all out here trying to do too much. Quick story. I remember I tried to get an Airbnb in my own city just because we was trying to do something for a celebration.
Hell no.
This motherfucker going to send us talking about you got to give me a $500 deposit outside of the website.
That's right.
And then you'll get it back if I deem you for all these rules. Man, I was so pissed off. I was like, bro, I'm liable to pay that $500 and just go over there and just trash the place. We gonna be smoking all in the living room and shit, and just say fuck it, you $500 because y'all out of pocket, bro. So I got tears because y'all fucking up the industry.
You know the thing that was funny to me? Even if you was able to party, the party stops at 11. On the Airbnbs, you got to stop partying at 11. I'm like,
oh yeah, quiet hours.
I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You expect me to pay $2,500 for a party for a party house, but yet the party got to stop at 11 o'clock at night. It's not even 12. Man, come on. Man. Got to do better. We got to do better.
Roseanne?
So y'all had 50 people in my house?
Sound familiar? Well, Brian say now it's about 35.
So y'all had 50 people in my house. Oh no.
All black. The white neighborhood. You know you're fucked up.
So check it, man. I got tears from Buddy because that was an invasive privacy. Now, Buddy shouldn't have did what he did or brought nobody over there. But as far as these Ring cameras and all that kind of go, if I'm paying you all this money, you ain't gonna be spying on me, man.
Facts.
Like, I remember going to the Airbnb in New Orleans, and this lady talking about, oh, I put the trash cans in front of the house. You got to move the trash cans so you can park right there. But they got 2 driveways. She got 2 driveways now. It's a duplex. The driveway over here. It's a driveway over there. But I can't park in either one of these driveways. I got to move trash cans every time I pull up the park. No, ain't nobody doing all that. And then you got spies. are you parked in the driveway? You have to move the car, or are you parked in front of the neighbor's house? I was like, so everybody else can park wherever they want to park. They can park in the spot that you put these trash cans in front of, but I can't park anywhere else.
I'd have paid all this money to park my shit, which 9 times out of 10 is gonna be a rental car on the side of the street.
And it's like, hold on, man. Like, ain't nobody trying to do all that. And then I accidentally break a glass. I clean it up. Susie Q cleans it up too. And then I get a phone call talking about, did I break a glass? I'm like, yeah, I did. Oh, it's $100 for these Family Dollar glasses. I'm like, no, sir.
Straight scamming.
It was in, bro.
I'm missing a fork.
Dollar Tree glass. Get right.
Oh yeah, Dollar Tree. Yeah, my bad. It was Dollar Tree. But you know, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, they the same spot now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they cousins.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man. But if I had choices of hotel or Airbnb, I like hotels because you ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to clean nothing really. But as far as more space and all that, I would probably rather have an Airbnb. And plus, lots of times they might be cheaper depending on what you're trying to do. So, but y'all, I still got the app on my phone. Y'all trip one more time, it might not be there though.
Hey man,
Everybody doing with that Airbnb now, right?
What's that?
Emails, y'all got the emails? Oh, you can rent it for a month.
Oh, they always been like that.
Month to month.
Because I met some people that I met a dude. He was from, I don't know where he was from, but he came here working, and he run the Airbnb, and he had it for a couple months. He was either a doctor or an engineer or something. But yeah.
Home away from home, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about upgrades. You know, FLY, the group that made the song Swag Surf, the popular club party song, posted on social media that a Taylor Swift, after she basically was seen at the Chiefs game, swagging and surfing in the crowd of people during the game, hey, if she want to remix or do something with our song, she got the green light. Rose, man, tears or no tears?
I think I ain't got no chicks. I think this was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like, so you just basically saying that anybody can take your song and remix it, and that's fine. But if she didn't ask about it, why are you volunteering it? Like, why are you trying to sell your soul without them asking you to sell your soul?
That bank account running low.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, FLY said, who got the song Swag Surf, said Taylor Swift can remix that song.
She can or she can't?
No, she can. They gave her permission. Like, she didn't even ask, but they gave her permission.
So what's next, man? What we got next up on? What's third on the tears and no tears?
Yeah, man. So YSL attorney made a $40,000 bond and bonded out. And the picture they posted of her is like her pointing her fingers and just like shooting guns or whatever at the screen. Yo, what was Rose?
Free Jeffrey. First of all, free Jeffrey, and she said when she go to trial, of course, we pleading not guilty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly how they wrapped her up in this RICO, but man, free Jeffrey, man. I got tears, man. I'm still crying because they still got the boy locked up, man. Free that man. We're teasing.
Yeah, man. Free Young Thug, man. It's crazy because bro, this some shit from a TV show. So they got the client locked up and all the client's associates, and then I didn't even know the attorney got locked up, and then the attorney made a $40,000 bond, which means like the way I read it, that means the bond probably was like $400,000 and she paid $40,000.
Yeah.
God, what did the attorney do to get a $400,000 bond? This shit is crazy, Juice Man.
I ain't hear nothing about this, but I thought his aunt was supposed to get out real soon, right?
Who?
Key to City.
YMZ Lucy.
Yeah. He's
650 Luke.
Yeah. He will get out pretty soon, right?
Yeah, he's maybe in the summertime. Yeah.
So yeah, free Lucci and free Thugger. You know what I'm saying? Let him get out. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
So Speaking about freeing people, someone just got locked up. A black woman who went viral on social media last week for allowing her, I think it was 7-year-old daughter, maybe 9-year-old daughter, out their own house, my understanding, waxing women, like giving women.
Oh, the little girl, the 7-year-old girl,
giving women waxes in their private parts, and there was, I think, there was even a video of the little girl doing it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it went viral. People was in an uproar, but then there was some people defending it, saying, "Hey, man, the mama trying to teach a child some work ethic, man." Yeah. So the mama's locked up right now. I don't know where the child's at.
Probably with the grandmama.
Juice man, tears or no tears.
Oh man, this is a sticky situation because I hear a lot of that. Literally, okay, all right, yeah, got me on that one. It's strange because they saying the people that got whacked should get locked up too. They feel like they should get locked up too. So I'm like, me myself, I want to have put my child in that position. But she may have a gift. How we know she's not the child that can get them spots that adult women can't get. I don't know. Like, you know, I don't get waxes, so I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I ain't got no tears. I need to see the video evidence. I need to see video evidence of the waxes to prove that this little girl actually did it. You know what I'm saying? I need to see.
How we know she ain't just one just pull it. She just pulls. She comes through and pulls it out at the mama put it on.
Man, but I got to see the video footage of her putting the wax on and wax off, Mr. Miyagi. I got to see the video. I got to see the video footage of Mr. Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? Vertiz, you got tears or no tears?
Yeah, I got tears, man. This is a crazy ass situation, man. You got your little daughter just waxing these grown hoes' pussy.
Yeah.
Like just taking the hair off these dirty ass hoes. But you know, some of these hoes broke as hell though, man. Because you walk up in there and you see a 7-year-old or 9-year-old girl finna do it, and you still like, you know what? They only charging me $45. I'm gonna go ahead.
Hands on your knees.
It's Friday. It's Friday. And it's going for the 40.
It's going for the 40. And the mom probably was like, yeah, my regular clientele base, they come in here with this sweaty ass stank pussy. My daughter ain't gonna complain. She ain't gonna complain about the smell. She can do it. I just tell her it's fish, and she'll believe it. So, nah, man, I got tears, man. And that little girl had to smell that fishy ass pussy, man.
Hey, okay, we got a special guest in here straight from VA. Hood, what it do, my man?
How you doing, my brother?
All right. How you feel about the situation? Have you heard about the woman that's locked up now for letting her 7-year-old daughter wax the pussy?
I have not heard about it.
But how you feel?
I have not heard about it, so my thoughts and concerns, you know, it goes out to the ones that's hurt by it. So that's all I can say, my
Would
brother.
you if you was waxing pussy, would you let your 7-year-old daughter do it?
H to the nut.
Yeah, what is it, EGA? Before we move on, man, put the pussy on the chain wax. So, and this next topic, we're going to start off with Juice Man. Mm-hmm. So, the legislation in Georgia is debating on passing a bill. Mm-hmm. It is going to lower some of the certifications or requirements for barbers and beauticians.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Me and Rose was breaking it down to me. It's going to be shampooing.
That's right.
Beard, maintenance, and nails. First of all, what's your thoughts on this? And secondly, maybe you can define beard maintenance for me and Rose, because we like.
I'm thinking the same as the shampoo.
That's maintenance.
I think it's the same as the shampoo.
Okay,
it's the same as
That's
the shampoo.
What I was thinking.
Yeah, same as the shampoo. So I don't have a problem with that because like we don't let 7-year-old shampoo, but if you like 15, 16 and you want to start shampooing, you come through, you can start shampooing to get your hours up so you can become, you know what I'm saying, a barber or cosmetologist. So with the shampooing, don't need a license, cool. It's kind of like braiding. With braiding, you don't need a license. You need a business license, but you don't need to go to the board to get, you know what I'm saying, it's braided. So I don't have a problem with it because what they saying is going on with that, I'm cool with. It's not taking no money out of my pocket.
Yeah, so that's what I thought it was. 'Cause I was like, it's mostly like having like a assistant or a secretary.
That's right.
You know how all the time you growing up, you go to a barber shop, it'd be a little kid in there, and they sweeping up the hair.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the person. They're trying to pass the bill for him, go in there and sweep it up so he can make money legitimately. Yeah. Instead of here, man, he go a couple dollars, sweep up this hair.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way I look at it too.
Yeah. So or you can dry this person's hair, or you can rub.
You know what I'm saying? No. Drying the hair is different.
Well, that's kind of like shampooing, ain't it?
No. Shampooing is you shampoo. Put a towel on the head. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
But my thing is like the beard maintenance, like
they shampoo your beard, put a towel around your face.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Because at first I was looking at beard maintenance, and I was telling Rose, because we was thinking, is that like a lineup on the beard? But then I was like, well, maybe you put beard balm on someone. You know, some places might have some beard balm gel, rub it in your beard, or a little spray, spray your beard. So I was thinking it might fall under that. So the shampooing does make sense. I got tears of joy, man. You know, because what you said, Juice Man, kind of hit the nail on the head. This is a black industry, you know, doing people's hair, especially in Georgia, especially like in, you know, places like Augusta, Savannah, and Atlanta. So you might have a situation where you have a 45, 50, 60-year-old barber who got a 14, 15-year-old daughter or son, and you might want to pass his business on to them. So this is a way to get their hours up, like you said, get them some training or whatever. So this bill is going to help the black community in a lot of aspects. So, you know, I appreciate you educating us on that, Juice Man. You got any thoughts on Hood?
No, sir. You just spoke on everything, man. I agree with everything you just said, brother.
All right, Hood.
I got a question for you. You ready for this? Well, I'm going to let Rose ask you this question since you're his friend.
All right, Hood. We got one question for you.
All right, my brother.
What's wrong with these hoes?
What's wrong with them?
Mr. Hood, what's wrong with these hoes?
I'm gonna tell you just like this. You gotta say that backwards.
That's how that go.
Hoes these with wrong what's?
They don't make sense. That's what's wrong with them.
Hey, I mean, they living in a time where they want the man to be 10 times than what they are one time.
That's what's up.
That right.
Vertiz, what we talking about today?
What's the topic?
So, you know, you ever had a woman say, hey, Juice Man, Rose, I want you to do this. And it'd be some weird shit. And you be like, I ain't doing that shit. Oh, so I didn't want you to do it. I was just testing you. So in this one, there was a woman who basically said there was this dude that she was talking to. And she was at the store and she hit the dude up and said, hey, can you buy me something at the store? And the dude responded back, well, I just spent my money on a bond ticket or whatever, like a gambling ticket.
Right.
So I'm broke right now. And she was like, red flag 1, you a gambler, I don't like that. Red flag 2, you didn't even ask me what I wanted. And all I wanted was some kind of juicy pop, she said.
A ring pop.
Yeah, watermelon.
Ring pop.
Yeah, ring pop. And she said it was just a test. First of all, why the fuck we testing grown ass motherfuckers?
I do it all the time, but bruh, you already know my answer to that. Yeah, I get you that ring pop. But it's gonna cost you. You already know what it is. Before you get that ring pop, what I need. Shit.
You don't know what's the ring pop. That's what I'm
telling you. What it is.
So when she say, can you get me out this stove? And your
response is, hold up. We talking? Is this a chick I'm talking to or just a random chick?
You've been talking for like 3 days.
3 days, a week, or anything.
You probably haven't met her face to face yet. You just been talking.
No, you might have met her. You might have got a number. You might have got a number. This chick you texting, you on the phone with, you know what I'm saying? You just met her.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
So she asked
you, baby, no problem.
So she asked you to get something out the store, and she was like, what you gonna say when she said, can you get me something out the store, Juice Man?
But she don't say what it is.
It don't matter, because I get her something out the store, but you already know what it means.
All right, so Juice Man say, all right, baby, I got you.
That ring pop cost that what?
All right.
That ring,
that thing between your legs.
That right. Same time. I don't know you,
that ring pop. I want you that ring drop.
That right. Same time. I don't know, Short. I don't know.
All right, Hood. So she asked you to I need something out the stove. Y'all just started speaking and conversating. What's your response?
Now, I'm gonna be honest. 'Cause I was raised a little different, way down in the south. I'm gonna be straight up,
Don't you believe it?
because I hate to see women out here on the street.
That right.
And that's number one.
Mhm.
Number two, the gentleman be gonna say, "What you need? What you say you want?"
Uh-huh.
All right. When I say that, then I'm gonna look for your response. Now, if your response is nasty and be like, "Hey, nigga, I can't help you." Well, if you Southern and was raised to be like, you understand a respectful man,
Mhm.
and says, "I just want a ring pop, if you don't mind."
Mhm.
But if you just say, "Nigga, I just want a ring
Gotta
pop,"
have the manners.
yeah, you
Gotta have the
If
manners.
you say something,
Gotta have the
if you
manners.
say something like, "Nigga, I just want a ring pop," nah, I ain't got nothing for you. But you say, "I just want a ring pop, if you don't mind, or if it ain't too heavy on you, or whatever."
All right.
I got you.
Yeah.
But after that, now we're gonna have to talk about some other stuff too.
That right.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Like, if somebody that's single in the game still, like when hoes hit me up and text me saying, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" My first response is, "Hey, man, what's the favor?" Like, I ain't gonna agree to do no shit unless I know what it is. Cause see,
Right.
I'm thinking a favor is you might just need some help, doing some small ass shit, and the favor is, man, I'm short $500 on my rent.
Hey, your rent ain't nothing but $38.
Bertiz, you know what I like to say? I don't do favors.
What you do?
I don't even do favors.
What you do?
You do propositions?
Yeah. What it is? Same time, shorty. Same time.
We do trades.
Yeah. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You don't want to do it, then you don't have to do it.
Well, I tell you what I do. I do promissory agreement.
Dog, Sally Mae.
I promise you something. You promise me something.
That right. We got Sally Mae over here.
But
He come to collect.
to her point, somebody want to test, I'm gonna be 100, man. I told C's this, man. C's ain't here. Shout out to C's, by the way. Hey, man, when I graduated college, man, I took my last free test.
Mm.
Every other test I took after that, and you got to pay me, man.
That right.
Like when I get a job and the job say hey, I'm getting paid for this, right?
Yeah.
I'm on
Orientation. That's right.
I'm not gonna take this at home, right? I'm taking this on the clock, right?
Yep.
That right.
But so, hey, man, to all these hoes out here that want to test their man or test niggas they talking to, hey, don't test me. Because I'm going to flunk every time because I ain't going to take your test. I'm going to get a 0, man. So I'm grown, man. I don't play them kind of games, man.
Going on, Rose?
So with me being from Memphis and all, I think you're supposed to test them. Like, so I don't mind the test. I don't mind the test.
That's right.
But the dude or the female is supposed to pass the test. Because we didn't ask you to get an A.
But you better make that test A, B, or C then.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't give me no short answer test.
We ain't asked you to get an A. I ain't even asked you to get a B. But you can see your way up out of here, though.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, but I don't mind a test a few. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should. People should be tested. You know what I'm saying? People should be tested. You know what I'm saying? People, especially nowadays, because you got to test people's loyalties because people's out here to get you. You know what I'm saying? They out here to get you and whatever. So I don't mind a test, and I don't mind people testing people. But yeah, man. But just be smart about. You know what I'm saying? All it is. But if you want something, or if you ask for something, that's something. I don't mind a test, but also because the topic is women giving men tests. I don't mind a test, but just be 100 though.
Yeah.
If you think it's something, just say it.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't mind readers, and lots of men are dumb, and lots of women are dumb too. Mm-hmm. But men are fall.
We're simple.
Yes, yeah. Simple. So we'll fall for something and be like, oh, okay, what. But yeah, man, just
$2 cash out. Come on, shorty, for real.
Yeah, man, why you playing with me? Why you playing with my time?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Hey, so moving on to the topic of the day, and it's a very pro-black topic. And with that being said, like I told y'all, each week I would give y'all a person in Black history, and this week it's gonna be Miss Nikki Giovanni. She's a poet, a civil rights activist. She got a famous debate with James Baldwin. For those who know who James Baldwin is, where she's talking about the black man having to basically be someone else when he leaves the house because of what the white man puts him through.
That's right.
And then when he comes home, the black woman is subject to all his anger and fury because of everything he went throughout the house.
Yeah.
So the same way you lie to that, these her words, that cracker, lie to the black woman too. Smile to your woman. Let her know that she's bringing some sunshine to you.
See. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but she better get on the motherfucking good foot. I'm sorry. When I come in the house and I'm paying these bills, I had to go through all that fucking torture. Man, you better treat me better than a fucking white man. It is what it is. I can't do it.
I wanted to give a shout out to her before we moved on to this final topic. So there was a school and the teacher, and I did not really see if the teacher was white or African American, but what it did for Black History Month, there was 2 doors to the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
One door was labeled colored entrance. One door was labeled white entrance. And apparently the school board got involved and they didn't really care for it. So I want to say within a day or two that was taken down. But the teacher, I guess it was quoted as saying they was trying to illustrate how things were back in the day to the students so they can have a more hands-on approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
Juice Man, would you be comfortable with your kid going to school and saying something like that?
My kids.
And what do you think about the whole the teacher did?
They're not gonna read that shit. They're just gonna come in the door. These kids ain't. They have some money. They in their phones. They doing all other shit. They're not paying no attention to what's going on. Oh, I didn't even know what was up there. So it is what it is. On that note, I don't think they would notice to pay any attention to that. But it's crazy how we've been programmed already to come in the back door as black folks. And it's crazy because we was talking about that. Like we don't come in, but we don't supposed to. But we don't come in and act like the white folks. Like when we come in, we do stuff a certain way so we can be tolerated by the white folks. We don't come in and do what we want as an individual, what you think, because it's like I got to be considerate of the white folks. White folks don't do that for us. They just do what the fuck they want to do when they want to do it.
Yeah, man. Me and C's talked about it. I ain't gonna lie, man. I actually love this fucking idea, man. Because I'm one of those people that I believe, and me and MJ have these discussions. I know a lot of black people don't like watching certain Black History movies because they feel like I get angry when I see how we was treated. I think that's a necessity. Because I feel like there's a lot of black people, we so enwrapped into how America is now, we really truly do forget what people went through so we can do some of the things we do. How many white people have you cut since you've been a baller?
A lot.
You couldn't do that like 50, 60 years ago. So the fact that you can even do that, like there was people who died and fought for that. Like I feel like it's necessary.
And I'm appreciative of that.
I feel like it's necessary for us at times to go back in history and remember. I know a lot of black people who don't vote. Like me and Rose talk all the time. He's always asking me, not just about the presidential elections, he's always asking me about just the local elections. And I know a lot of black people who be like, man, I ain't vote, man. Why? Like there's too many black people that literally walk 10, 20 miles just to basically go and try to vote and get told, hey, name every congressman in the state or how many blades of grass is in this yard or whatever. Like, to me, this was good. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I was the principal, I told C's, this is what I would have did. Man, for lunch, hey, if you black, you eat it first. You white, you eat it last. Because I kind of like the idea of flipping.
Then you would have been fired.
I kind of like the idea of flipping it to make white people understand how racism was to black people. So they can get an understanding of, you know what? Sometimes people really don't fully grasp how painful something is until they experience it themselves.
Okay.
And there was an experiment by, I think, Jane Foster's, it's a white educator, where she basically was in a classroom full of white students. And she said, all the blonde-haired, blue-eyed ones got this kind of privilege. But if you don't, you basically treated like shit.
Yeah.
And there was this brunette girl who started crying because how everybody treated her. She said, well, do you understand how black people felt when they went through this? And you only had to go through this for like an hour. Right. And black people had to go for this for centuries.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of stuff that I feel like needs to be taught in schools is like, hey, This is a time period in American history where black people had to work not twice as hard,
That's right.
10 times as hard
That's right.
for half as much as what someone white got,
Yeah.
and they didn't get the same privileges. We all have family members that was in the military. I was
We
fortunate
still
enough-
going through that now, though.
We are, but we have some black people who are doing so well in their life because of maybe a job they got in, that when you talk to some of these black people, they really don't see the day-to-day struggle because they're not on the ground surface. So they kind of disillusioned. When you talk to some black people, they really feel like there is no racism in America no more. You know, like, and I'm like, especially talking to some black people who might live in Grovetown or Evans, they really don't see the stuff that we see living on this
Well,
side
if
of
they in
town.
Grovetown and Evans, they married a white girl, or vice versa.
We don't
Black.
we don't see racism on our side of town, but they will see it on their side of town.
So for example, why is Dave and Buster's at River Parkway? Why did they build a new movie theater on River Parkway?
The Masters
Why did they build
Masters.
Top Golf on River Parkway?
for the Masters.
Why
right
did
close.
they take the Regency Mall that was on our side of town and they built a mall over there? And I think it was you and me, Juice Man. We was talking about how they was talking about tearing that mall down and building another mall deeper in Grovetown.
Yeah.
Like when you look at where some of these businesses are put, especially when you travel, this is the worst part. We all have traveled. When you go to the downtown area of some of these other cities, it's flourishing.
Mhm.
When you look at outside of town, even the downtown area, they don't want to put stuff where black people can get jobs, black people can entertain themselves. What they literally do is put the shit on the other side of
Like you
town.
can't get
So we have to go over there
Mhm.
and guess what? We got to get bothered by their police, not our police. Because the police on our side of town don't really fuck with us the way them other police fuck with us.
Right.
It's a whole different level. And me and Rose talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
we don't like driving in Grovetown at nighttime.
You talking
Because them motherfuckers will pull you over
You
for the
talking
smallest motherfucking thing.
He talking
right.
And that's the reason why
He talking.
it's so good that we have black businesses on uptown.
Facts.
Because we can go to Cliff Essence
Yes.
and ain't got to worry about nothing going on. We ain't got to worry about nothing. And it's on our side of town. It's right up the road. But the thing about it, all these other businesses, these are all white folks' businesses. So I'm not trying to go there anyway and spend my money with them anyway.
Yep.
So I'm trying to spend my money with my people.
Yep.
And that's why I love it on this side of town, because you can do what you want to do. As long as you ain't doing nothing dumb, you ain't being bothered. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the main thing, but you're 100% right, because the way our area is growing now, that's how Grovetown grew 2 years ago. And so soon, because all the councilmen are talking, like soon, Hesper is going to be the same way, like Grovetown is.
And that'd be a great thing.
For who?
Because it'd be a great thing. So, for example,
It already started.
I don't. So you might have a
It's
neighbor
not.
who don't have a car, but they can walk to work. Like, we need more jobs created in this area so people can actually be able to have jobs and stuff like that.
But the thing about it is, there's lots of jobs in uptown because we got a Parkway too. It's right over there on Marvin Griffin. It's plenty of it's how many plants we got over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got things over there too. But the thing about it is, when you start bringing these other businesses,
The white folks look at it, they pay us too much. That's also the problem.
But you 100% right with, if people want to spend their money and do those type of things. See, me, I ain't trying to do all that. But some people are. Some people want movie theaters on this side. I'm glad all that stuff ain't over there, because
that's a big industry. The movie theater one. I'm glad you perceived that, because that's a big industry. The movie theater.
Yeah, because what Juice Man just say, traffic. That's I'm not trying to be in traffic. We gonna talk about traffic a little bit later, but I ain't trying to be in traffic. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be with all that hustle and bustle. That's why I live here. If I want to be in traffic, I'll move to the city.
It is better to live on this side of town, but there is also the other objective of, for during the Christmas time, if we had a mall on this side of town, you wouldn't have to drive all the way to that side of town just to go to the mall for shopping and stuff like that. Or if we had,
I ain't got to drive nowhere to go shopping. When that thing called Amazon drop it off my front door.
Or for those who have kids that are still teenagers, if you wanted to drop your kid off to the movies, You wouldn't have to drive to the other side of town just so your kid can see a movie. They can literally be on this side of town. And then also, like if you at that age when your kid starts driving, you might feel more comfortable if your kid drives 5 minutes from the house on your side of town, knowing that the police officers on this side of town are not going to really fuck with them, versus your kid driving 20 minutes to River Parkway, knowing that they're going to see a young African American driving, and we all are successful black people here.
A decent car.
You know, driving a decent car. So now your 17, 18-year-old son or daughter is driving this nice car, and this cop is like, oh, nigga, you don't belong here.
That's right.
Especially in that nice car.
That's right.
But the one thing about it is, that happens a lot in other cities, but in our city, it doesn't happen like that because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ride nice around here, especially because when you go over there, they ride even nicer than we is.
They do.
They got the Bentleys, they got the Rolls Royces.
But in other cities, but you're 100% right but in other cities, it's not like that. In our city, we're able to. Even though they say, oh, people don't want to live in Richmond County, people in Richmond County got money, just might have more money than people in Columbia County because you know where the Masters is located at.
Facts.
In Richmond County. All them houses on Walton Way, all that, with Tiger Wood and all that, they got them houses over there. That's Richmond County. You know what I'm saying? But another good place but if you want to move, if you want to move up and you want to be like Jeffersons, don't go out there to Columbia County. You got North Augusta. We got Granville. All them houses they building out there, and especially once they finish that on I-20, finish that road work, less traffic, all that kind of stuff, and it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Hey, Hood, so what's your thoughts on this whole topic?
My thoughts on this whole topic, right? So, like, I live in the D.C. area. All right, D.C., Maryland area. All right, well, townhomes are $700K. Or
$1 million.
Or a regular house is $1 million, right?
Uh-huh. Right.
And up there, like, we have to get into the mindset of, like, we gotta do it, you know. But I was raised down south, you know, and I love the South, all right. But one thing about the South is they are stuck in their ways. And when I say that, I mean as in the South, they look at numbers. They build off of numbers. So if they bring a Dave or Buster to a certain area, they already calculated the numbers that they are receiving the tax in their area. So they know that when they build this $5 million building, they know in 2 years tops, they're gonna be out the red. They look at the numbers.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's how the Southern thing is. And if you got money, they want you to keep money. And they set the prices up there high if you want to buy. Oh, it's black man. Like for instance, a white man can see a building and he may want to purchase it. And that landowner may gonna let him purchase it. But a black person, they're gonna lease it out to him. Because they're gonna lease it out to him and they're gonna put the lease high as hell. Even if his business got the clientele, he can't keep up with the lease.
That's right.
Every month.
That's right.
Right.
They
So
try to push
the saying that they all used to say, keep the rich rich and keep the poor poor.
That's right.
That still stands down south.
Yeah.
And that's why you see a property that be like, oh, ain't nothing there, and then 2 months later you be like, the fuck they building a Walmart there? You know, you'd be like surprised because it took a hell of a lot of money to clear all this land beside I-20. You know, man, you got the ideas. We got the ideas and say, shit, let's just throw something right here beside I-20 right here. Man, they said land for lease. But they're not gonna let us get that land. They ain't gonna let us get land. And we can go in 1, 2, 3, 4, all of us with 720 credit scores, and that bank still gonna say, sir, we can't do nothing for y'all at this time. 2 months later, white man got it.
Yeah, right.
White man gonna get it.
Yeah.
And that's how the American
With no money.
With no money. And that's just how the South is set up. And it's up north, like I say, it's the same way, but they don't look at color. up north. Up north is straight by money.
They look at color now. They look at color.
They look at green.
But the only color they see is green.
Right. And down south, you can have 200 million. You can have 200 million. I want to sell my land, but I'm gonna look at
who I'm selling it to.
Damn right.
Who I'm selling it to.
That's right.
Hey, Juice Man. So final thoughts.
I don't have nothing, man. The world gonna turn.
I just want to say a couple things. I want to say first and foremost, I thank the Lord Jesus Savior for being on this podcast tonight, and thank you guys for having me.
No problem.
Every topic you guys can touch, you guys are on point, and America, y'all need to keep on tuning in.
Yeah, man. This last topic was a great topic. Quick aside, it just reminded me of a documentary I watched about the Negro League. And as great as integration was for Black people, the negative sides of it to what we was talking about, Rose, was when the Negro League basically disbanded, a lot of Black people in those communities lost jobs. So that's something that needs to always be reminded of. It's important for us to have things in our community so we can have jobs, so we can have an income, so we can work, so we can basically own land, like Mr. Hood was saying.
But yeah, my final thoughts is like I didn't get to really talk about the doors. You know what I'm saying? The black door, black only, and the white doors only. This happened in West Charlotte. So West Charlotte is the hood. So I don't even know how many white folks was actually in this high school because West Charlotte is the hood. I shout out to J Rock the Gift. I talked to him because he lives in Charlotte. He was like, I sent it to him, and he was like, oh, West Charlotte, that's the hood. And he's like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So probably the reason why they was able to get away with it because it was the hood. But if it wasn't the hood, would it be able to get away with it? But the idea of it was a great idea because you want to, like you said, make people feel or make people start thinking in that mind frame, like, hey, this is what people went through. I know my son's a plumber, and he did some work around the house. I said, so how much would that cost if you did that for somebody else? And he was like, oh, it'll probably be about $400, $500, $600, and he get paid off commission. He's like, but I probably give him a break and do it like this. I said, give him a break. I said, why you give people breaks if you work off commission? And he was like, what? I said, yeah, especially the white folks. I said, they already have 400 years of breaks. You know what I'm saying? No, you need to get your money. Like, you working on what you put on this paper, you need to be putting the highest price you can put down on it. And you need to be saving up your money and doing your thing. And he said, I'm buying my own equipment. I said, yeah, because soon we gonna have our own plumbing business. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Juice Man, he the man of all trades. So once we get everything going, we'll have H and Son, all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Real estate. We flipping houses. We doing plumbing. You know what I'm saying? We doing all things. You know what I'm saying? We got barbershops. We got car washes.
That's right.
Nightclubs.
Everything.
Yeah, we're thinking fast food places and liquor stores too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yes, sir. A brewery.
Yeah.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? That's my dream. I want my own brewery.
And if all us stick together, when I say us, y'all know what that means. If all us stick together, all us wins.
That's right.
But if we cross over and you spend your money elsewhere, and I'm saying elsewhere, y'all understand what I'm saying? Elsewhere, we can't win like that. We have to stick together because that's how they got up. They stuck together way down back in the years back. And they always stuck together. That's how they get up on us. And in order for us to get up on us, because it's way more than us than them.
All right.
We got to stick together, support each other, and build each other up. That's the only way we're gonna make it. But you can't shop at Walmart when it's when Juice Man got a little store down the street that you get the same thing from. You can't keep supporting. You got to break out them. You gotta break out those remedies that they already had and already fixed us into. They
Mhm.
fixed us into this coming into them. You know, let's go back to building our own crops.
There we go.
Peaches,
That's right.
watermelons, carrots. We the ones who started this stuff. All right?
Right.
We the ones who started this stuff, growing our own crops, and they took that from us and then made us work for them, and we thinking we making good,
Mhm.
but we already mentally strong to do what we gotta do.
Mhm.
For instance, and I'm going to get off the topic. For instance, back in the day, certain folks wouldn't eat or smell chitlins.
Mhm.
Today in time, chitlins are highest.
It's a
thing.
delicacy.
That's the highest thing in the grocery store today. Back
Same
then,
with oxtails.
oxtails too. You know, they take everything that we used to have and they flip it.
Mhm.
All right, because they got more money to promote it. That's back in the day. Wait, back in the day, just like with music, the 5 heartbeats. When they make a song out that was popular, the white man seen it. He made it popular because he can spread it around the world, and he changed the song with money.
Mhm.
So if we support each other and stay on top of each other, you cannot stop us.
Facts, man. United we stand, divided we fall.
Always.
In the words of Airman Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic, man. I'm back quiet.